It is a, it's a farming simulator and a twin stick shooter at the same time, and the interest and the intrigue and the loop, the core gameplay loop of the game is managing each of those against one another. It becomes really obvious as we go in. It's a twin stick farming simulator. Now, my previous run, as you saw, was just cancelled, so I'm not going to get much out of the time capsule there. The time capsule gives you more based on what you had in the previous run. I figure the format for this is pretty likely to be... hang on. Pretty likely to be kind of like I solo-ish commentate for the days, and then in the Dusk and the town phases, I go back to and interact with chat and then just kind of like alternate back and forth. Only because it does require a bit of your attention. I'm only playing on year 1 at the moment, and that's because I haven't played Atomicrops in a while. Like, I tried to play one run yesterday to de-rust, but other than that, not so much. So we'll start with year 1 here and move up. Maybe we move up every win? Sounds about fair. Are we on year 1 or 2? We're on year 1 at the moment. See, I'm still gonna try and interact with chat, which will end up causing me to take damage later on, but... ooh, participation trophy. Okay, so in this game, you have crops that you plant when you go back to base. This is the exploration phase. If I go back to base, I go effectively into the farming phase. When I'm in the farming phase, you have a grid kind of area that you can grow crops on. If you put 4 crops of a similar type in a 2x2 pattern, they can turn into a giant crop, but only after you fertilize them. This all seems a little complicated on first blush, but trust me, it will become second nature almost immediately. Yes, but they can become a mega crop. With the participation trophy, you do not need to fertilize them for them to become a mega crop. The reason you want them to become a mega crop is because if they are just one big crop instead of many small crops, they are way easier to water, because you only have to water one thing. Ooh, rank card, neat. They're way easier to water, and they're way easier to fertilize as well, and they give you way more value if you happen to fertilize a mega crop. So your resources, as you can see in the top left over there, we have heartbeats on the top. That's our health. Every time we collect an excess heartbeat, we start getting new heart containers. Below that, we have... Ooh, one sec. Patch fertilizer. Cool. I'll explain the items that I got as soon as I can. Sorry, there's so much to explain here at the start. Beside that... Sorry, below that directly. Oh my god, it's already dusk. What have I done? I've distracted myself so much. Hang on. I knew this was gonna happen. It's a lot to manage at the same time. Below that is our energized bar. As we complete actions on the farm, we will become energized. 8 stacks of energized will get me into the flow state. If I'm in the flow state, everything happens faster. I just, like, yo, I pull up weeds faster, I plant seeds faster, I till crops faster, all that kind of stuff. Great. So, as you can see, dusk has now happened, and now there are a bunch of things that are about to swarm this area. So my goal is to plant a bunch of crops so they will actually grow in time, whilst defending them from all of these enemies. Oh, get away from my crop. Get away from my crop. So their goal, obviously, is just to eat the crops that you try and set up. No! I looked away for a millisecond. Gotta stop tempting fate on that one. Why did I did it immediately, literally as soon as I said, gotta stop tempting fate on that. Bye, Ian. Get a corn down there as well. And finished gun. I think you might have accidentally done that one in the wrong stream, bud. Because I don't need the finished gun. Nor does Rito. Rito's better than me in that game. I can't throw shade at Rito in that game. Okay. I'm gonna finish the description that I was doing there. So you've got in your top left, you've got your energized bar. Below that, you've got your money. You earn money by growing crops. You use that money in the town phase in order to buy weapons, more seeds, or bridges to go to further expansion areas. To then explore them in order to get more resources and kind of loop back in on itself. I also got 5 roses there. You use roses to flirt with these people and ultimately marry one of them. Or maybe more than one of them if you have the polygamy upgrade. When you flirt with them, you will get the reward that they have next to them, as well as increase their flirt. If you increase their flirt to 5, and then afterwards you can marry them, right? So 3 for 5 roses, and then another 5 roses for marriage. Whew. All right. So the items that we picked up, I explained participation. We've got the patch fertilizer as well. Planting crops of the same type together sometimes yields fertilizer. So we'll be doing that and participation trophy at the same time, basically. Jayako, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Glad I could catch you online. Good luck surviving. I'll need that luck, I think. Being a little rusty. Much appreciated, Jayako. Also, Maxwell Damage, thank you very much for the 100 bits as well. Something, something, something cat pun. I just don't have the ears for them anymore. Was the ears an attempt at a cat pun? Or is that a corn pun layered in the cat pun? I could see either. Thank you for the bits. Also, Murphy's Paradox, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Gamer Ranma. Gamer Ranma 1.5, is it 1.5 or 1.5 or a half? I just know that, isn't Ranma like an anime series or a manga series or something? Regardless, welcome to the Republic and enjoy your emotes and chat. Thank you, Murphy's Paradox. All right. So one of the things we get as this character is mechanic. Guns last an extra day. Usually when you purchase a gun, it breaks after the end of that day. You can see at the bottom it has standard durability. It's an assault rifle, standard rifle. It has durability day 2. And it only has 2 days of durability because we are this character. So I'm definitely going to go for an assault rifle. I'm not going to upgrade it here, but in the next day, I'm very likely to try and get like bridge repair materials. I joined stream chat for once and it's puns all over the place. This is normal, right? Oh, 100%. You think I'm out here stalking you with puns through the cattails? I think I only recently learned what cattails are. Do we have them in Australia? I imagine not. Is this the first run? Yeah, this is the first run of the day. It's not my first run in this game. I have, oh, it can't show. I have 1,330 cornucopias or something like that. Do you still think this game is about fast choices, not right choices? Yes. Yeah, 100%. Your resource in terms of time is the most important resource you have in this game. Almost always you would prefer to make a fast choice than a correct one, because it still ends up giving you way more value just to have the extra time. All right. Let's go. You know what, while I'm here, let's do that, and then what, this is beans? Yeah, that's beans up there, so drop that there. Just because I already have a rain cloud out, and it's not going to take me all of the day to clear the other area. And more beans. And that'll become a Megaton too. Beautiful. I can walk away happily. Is there a goal to Atomicrops? Do you set one personally? It's kind of like a high score kind of situation. Get a high score at the end of the run. But because the runs are, you know, between 40 minutes and an hour, and there's a whole load of diversity of what you can do, it's just like a normal roguelike, you know? You play and you get different builds and you have fun. The assault rifle I really, really like. The only thing that I don't like about it is the fact that it has an upgrade that gives it homing, and oftentimes that homing is actually bad. It will try and aim your bullet at a target you weren't trying to aim at, and miss the target you were trying to aim at. like an infuriating amount of the time, and that's one of the earliest upgrades it gets. We also just picked up fertile eggs, which is eggs now have a 10% chance of dropping a chicken. So we finally have a solution to that puzzle. We're gonna have to get a chicken first if we're gonna want an egg to give us another chicken. Is there a plan to return to Undermine? I still haven't tried the Othermine mode. I need to. I launched up the game to try Othermine, but then I was in the middle of an Undermine run already, so I just tried to finish that run, and then I didn't want to play Undermine anymore. Not for any, like, bad reason, it was just like, I had other stuff I wanted to do at that point in time. Bullet hell farming? Yep. That's a fair description of this game. Easy. Yeah, this whole exploration was a lot slower than I thought it was gonna be. Oh well. Thankfully, we do have a turret on base, so that will protect our crops while we're away in our section. Trophallaxis or Scary Mask. Scary Mask crops, scarecrows deal damage. Trophallaxis is bees water your crops. So I now want bees badly, and I want chickens. If I can liberate any bees or chickens from camps here, that would be incredible for us. Right, let's leave. Still not sure about how I feel about the way Othermine handles your permanent upgrades, largely due to how the rest of the game handles them. I did have that feeling back when I was playing Undermine originally, that they might have been shooting themselves in the foot a little with the way they'd set up their system already. Just had that hunch. So I was thinking, why haven't I seen a game that has, you know, infinite replayability that also has the same kind of permanent progression mechanics as a game like Rogue Legacy? And then I played Undermine and I realized, it's not like I don't like Undermine at all, it's just, you know, there are structural issues that make it either a bad experience for new players or long-time players. That's apparently what Othermine is supposed to address. But yeah, because they already set themselves up in a different way, I wonder, you know, how hard it will be to make that turn. And whether or not everyone will come along when they make that turn. Ooh, we can even get a Mega Pumpkin. Lovely. Raps, glad to finally catch you on stream. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good day too, iKiller23. Looks like you have cattails in a small area in north central Australia between Darwin and Alice Springs. Okay, yeah, I've never been out that direction. So that makes sense. Maybe one of the stream days you try the Othermine? I can totally do that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I personally not touched Undermine after killing Ponzu once, burned out on beta testing it. Yeah, I can totally see that happening. Maybe it's a return at a certain point kind of game. Okay, Lard reduces enemy bullet speeds, but Rake is a loot magnet. This gives me the ability to run very far away from camps and still get all the rewards from them, which is effectively a defensive bonus. This is also a defensive bonus. Both of these are really good. This one will save me from a lot of my own mistakes. This one is like optimal. I'm gonna take this, but I'm gonna feel bad about it. If that helps at all, I'm gonna make sure I feel bad about it. Let's take a bridge repair material there. Because this gun now only has a duration of 1 day on it, I'm gonna go for a shotgun and then an upgrade. So now I have an upgraded shotgun for the next 2 days. Do you know when the next update for the game is planned for? I don't, but I know it's coming, like it has an official release date now. What is Atomicrops' release date?
The release date of Atomic is the 9th of July 1996.
Huh. It's been out for 23 years now. Atomicrops release date. Anyway. 2019. No, that's wrong. You're 100% wrong on that one. I can guarantee you that. What kind of phone do you have? This is a Pixel XL. I am an Android boy. It's just straight up not going to tell me, apparently. If anyone happens to know, I would appreciate knowing that. Actually, no, May 28th. There we go. May 28th. Sorry about that. Okay. Hi, first time here. You don't look how I imagined, not in a bad way. It's nice to be here. It's nice for you to be here, Pickled Salt. Thank you for coming around. Yeah, I get that quite commonly. There does appear to be a disconnect between my voice and face for a lot of people in their first encounter with each. I feel like it probably wears away pretty quickly, though. Apparently that's full release even. Yeah, I thought they had another update in the roadmap, but apparently no, they're just going straight to full release. Looks like a young Doctor Strange. I can see that. The one I've gotten fairly commonly is like James McAvoy. Let's go down. So I'm gonna go to a second tier area here. Fix this bridge. That's why I had to get the bridge planks. And then this area is effectively just more difficult than the last, but it has better rewards as well. Wait, you aren't a disembodied voice? No, I am. I have a program that animates a 3D model in my face cam or rather to suit the tone of my language. I've been an AI this whole time. Was I not clear about that? I feel like I was pretty clear about that. What's your favorite gun upgrade? It's Toxic Spores for the shotgun, 100%. 100%. It's way too powerful. Like, it probably does need to be nerfed. Why does your birdie sound like Rocky? Because I'm bad at it. Really? This offered me a bee and a chicken. I need both of them. I need chicken slightly more, but still game. Damn. So the reason I need the chickens more is because I have the... ooh, nice. Not a pig. I do need more tillable soil out there. The reason I need the chickens more is because I do have the... what's it called? I'll take an earthquake this time because I've got a lot of rain clouds. Is because I have the participation trophy, I have fewer crops that I need to water. So having many sources of watering isn't as necessary in this run as it might be in other runs. I think your voice matches your face, but the face doesn't match your voice. Does that make sense? I hate to say BMT King, but no, that doesn't really make sense to me. New update? No, this is not the new update, unfortunately. May 28th is when the final release of the game comes out, and that's when the final update comes out too. Ah! No! Oh, wait, I did get Golden Pupa. Okay, fine. Whew, I just didn't want that to, like, somehow despawn or something. I'm just gonna end you first. I don't want to have to deal with the boss and the crops at the same time. Nice. Let's expand our tillable soil a decent amount here. Really need one of these eggs to give me a second chicken, because maybe I only need one chicken to actually get, like, out of control here. Maybe. That could be the case. Start a rain cloud. No! I didn't leave space for roses! Ryan! Okay, well... I need one of these crops to come up real soon. There we go. Okay. That's my crop friend. Would you ever play like a spoopy game for Halloween or something? I'd like to. Yeah, Outlast was actually one of the first games that I played on the channel. The Red Barrels horror game. I had a blast with it. I really enjoyed it. Another turret down here, and then I'll get this one to a better location, just so it's not blocking a 4x4, something that could be used for a Megacrop. Went the new Ep of Grifflins? Huh? Not sure what you mean by that. G-glitch? Okay. I got these 2 trees that I'm not planting yet. Ooh, we did actually manage to get the roses before the end of the day. Beautiful. I could marry someone right now if I wanted to. Exponential growth has to start somewhere, though a larger seed does lead to a quicker explosion. I agree. It's just the problem is I also still do need pigs and ideally some bees as well. So it could be a bit difficult to also get a larger initial catalyzing factor, or rather. I don't really like any of these. I mean, weeds are harvestable. That's in the spirit of the day at the absolute least. Okay. All right, let's go to our season end. So the end of each season, which is 3 days long, you encounter the mayor, and the mayor tells you whether or not you fed everyone in the town. And we did! Everyone is max full, so we get all of these different rewards. Basically, different gradations of rewards give you... different gradations of how much you feed the people give you different amounts of rewards. I got all of them. Great. So shield, planting a seed destroys nearby enemy bullets. Perhaps, can you really make those jokes still? It's 4:21 for us Aussies. It is, but I kind of tend to live in the time zone of my primary demographic a lot of the time here. It is the month of 420 though. There we go. So yeah, I still can. Ooh, only paid 2 for a bee? Baby, sounds good to me. I can also buy tractors up here, but I actually like the watering tractor. I don't want to spend my money on another one. I mean, 1 thorn is pretty good. You got the girls? You mean, Rue's bonus here? I could. I was more saying the end product probably won't change too much, but once exponential growth kicks in, so the better question is whether or not you can afford to wait. Since you haven't gotten turkeys yet, you probably can. Cool. I mean, like, I could marry Rue right now. It's not difficult, because I've got 4 for this flirt, 5 for the next flirt, and then 5 for the flirt after. But then I might end up buying 2 items that I don't want. If I buy this item, which I don't really want, and then the next item also happens to be an item that I don't really want, I've wasted 4 so that I can get to the next one to see that I don't want it, and then I end up wasting 9 just so I can get married today. These can give you great items, and these items are also here. But Rue is strong enough to get items you don't want. Rue is very strong. I mean, but so is this character. Literally just having mechanic guns last an extra day and like mining a decent amount, you can get a really powerful gun, and that's all you really need to explore the late areas very early. Yeah, hold out for true love or a horse or whatever. Who says those are different? Rue is very strong, however, you can get stronger stuff, and the current character is powerful enough to stand without Rue. That's where I'm standing as well, Tech Fusion. Which of the romanceable peeps is your fave? I know that my fave will probably end up being the water elemental, but at the moment it's Norman. It has to be. Yeah, I don't need to marry people today. I can wait. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna take the cow as well. Water elemental? Yeah, there's a water elemental coming in the next update. That was, it's like in the full release, I guess. It was teased for the next update, but then the next update never came out, and now they've announced full release, so I imagine it'll just be released now. Norman is the only normal human? Exactly. Normal. One normal man. I should take 3 Batera materials at this point. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get a date tree and a banana tree down. Okay. Actually, sorry, I should also drop the watering tractor on them just to see if I can get another tree. I don't. All fine. This area shouldn't be too difficult to clear. I think I've already done most of it. Okay. Yeah, sprinkler tractor that I don't need. I got one. Backup generator. Hold on to an extra tractor charge. Okay. I'd like to get the Megaton tractor at this point as well. Holding on to an extra charge of it is very good. Okay, if that's cleared, then I've already cleared the map. So, time to get away. I have a second level shotgun, so I'm gonna go to the second level out here. The reason I'm going to the second level out here rather than the first level to the north is because the second level out here has much harder enemies. Dude, 100% much harder enemies. But it also has much better rewards. In particular, there is one camp over here, or rather in the advanced areas, there is one camp that just has a bunch of farm animals in. And the earlier I get that, the far better off I'm gonna be. I really wish my gun was a little more upgraded, but that's for tomorrow. Laxative, farm animals produce fertilizer. That's really good because I have the farm animal at the moment in the chicken that produces more chickens. So you can see how that would easily feed back in on itself. Got it. Does seem like you can get to marriage a lot quicker now compared to previous updates. Yeah, one of the big reasons for that is because now you can make Megacrops out of... Hang on, I'm just going to clear this and then get away. You can now make Megacrops out of roses, which heavily reduces your watering burden on them, as well as gives you an extra rose. I'm gonna grow these in a weird fashion. I'm gonna do like a giant U there, and that's so that I can actually water them to get more. I'm gonna pop down my rain clad now as well because all of those are upgraded. So if I can harvest those today, we're gonna be in a great position. I need more fertilizer. I've got sunflowers in waiting. Sunflowers are a bunch of money, but I need some fertilizer to actually go into them for them to be worth. Effectively, what they do is they just instantly translate fertilizer into money for you. Well, stay away. It's my crops, you'll hear. I'll try and do like an Yggdrasil run here as well, definitely. Okay, well, if that's the best fertilizing I can do now, I'll take all of these and bounce. Could have been a lot worse. Gourd save. I actually did catch that one as well, Heraldophy. It's probably like the first gourd save I've actually seen. Good lord. I don't have a cold. I don't know why I have a runny nose. Okay. Huge amount of money at the moment. Ooh, another gourd? Hell yeah. No, I don't want to pay for health. I'll take a micro missile mod. All guns fire a missile. Yeah, it's too good of an upgrade. It upgrades all of your weapons. Shotgun, upgrade. 50% damage and toxic spores. So bat gun is the worst upgrade that I can get here for the shotgun, but clip size would be so good right now. And I think both of those could be upgrades that I hit right now, so I'm gonna try it. I got bullets, that's not clip size, but it's not bat gun. Oh, this is just gonna ruin things. Like, this is actually gonna destroy things. Like, I don't need to upgrade it anymore. We need to, like, explore the harshest areas in the game that we can currently, because this is very powerful. Did you see what it just did to a bunch of enemies in an area? Oh my god, I'm gonna have this weapon for the boss. Oh. You'll see exactly how powerful this weapon is against the boss as well. Okay, and Nemicree's a great pickup there. I have a lot of tillable soil, but not many seeds for some reason. Rip the sun? Yeah, the sun is like... The sun does not deal well with toxic. It just dies so quickly. Like, both forms just get ruined by it, because it has that giant hitbox and it moves really slowly. Okay. I still haven't found the second tier camp in this area. I also haven't found the golden bulb in this area. So, like, most of the there we are. Most of the value is still yet to be wrung from this side. Ginseng, stay energized longer. Cool. No, I forgot! I forgot, when these spawn, you don't want to be super close to them. Oh, hello, Megaton Tractor. Good to see you. So the Megaton Tractor, if you can do it in this game, the Megaton Tractor does it. And it's also the thing I was asking for before. Good to finally see it. Okay. So this is not the animals, but it's the second best one. This is just 3 different upgrades. Thankful Crops, Air Freshener, and Herbicide Blood. I'll go through those later. Well, Thankful Crops is whenever you water a plant, you have a chance for it to drop a seed, as well as... one sec. Chance for it to drop a seed, as well as a... I'm gonna take the turkey. Chance for it to drop a seed, as well as a chance for it to drop fertilizer. So this is actually gonna give us a lot of fertilizer back as well. This game is hard to follow, but really interesting. Like, on initial first blush, yeah, it can be a little confusing, but I swear it becomes second nature very quickly. It's just like... It's because there are no other games that are, like, very similar to this at the moment, that it initially looks harder on first blush, I think. How'd the pyramid go? I did all 4 first runs perfectly. Like, second objectives and first objectives completed. And then I started the Isaac run. And then I ended the pyramid. It's the order in which those happened. So I'm gonna get a mega crop of sunflowers here and then just give it fertilizer. It immediately gives me the money. It just pays you out immediately. Became one of my favorites to watch when I knew what was going on. Glad to hear that. It's, I will definitely end up making some content around the release of this game. So it'll be that as well. Do you remember when sunflowers were super busted? Yeah, you used to be able to get them with the watering tractor. It used to give you sunflowers, which was wild. I'm gonna try and round out this square a little bit. Yes, I understand what I just said. Okay. Good. It's got so many rapid decision points, which is really appealing. Agreed. Agreed. This is one of the games that I was like, how do you get better at the game? And then I found out a thing, and then I got a lot better at the game. And then I was like, well, how do you get better at the game past this point, though? And then I found out a thing, and I got better at the game. And, you know, and then mechanical, like, not mastery necessarily, but, you know, getting better mechanically, got better at the game, and again, and again, and again. And especially because it's a high score, kind of like end of game kind of situation, you can easily rank your progress against yourself. All right, I'm gonna definitely take the weed whacker for cutting weeds faster and then marry you. Perfect. So marrying Rue gave me the wedding ring of power. The wedding ring of power gives me the +5 to my power stat, which is just more damage dealt. And because of the sunflower, I have a ridiculous amount of money, so I just got a bunch of bridge there. You know what? Oh my god, I did get clip size! This is fine. Now I just go explore with this. Perfect. So where am I exploring? I fully explored the left of the left area, so I need to go... Sorry, the right of the right area, so I go to the left of the left area. Yeah, Umbrionic's got the perfect description for you there. The sun is about to get soul crushed. We will crush its soul. Agreed. Okay, so the other items that I didn't go through before. Become energized whenever a tractor is used, air freshener, and the herbicide blood is killing enemies cuts nearby weeds. Yeah. Oh, they all instantly grew. Isn't that wild? That's the Megaton tractor for you. I'm gonna do it again. But this time I'm gonna walk away. Right, it's over on the hard left here. So if you're all just stopping in to say hey, watching this on the phone is impossible. Sorry to hear that, Chase, but good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Morning, Emmy Alice. How's it going? Alright. Let's clear this area. This is going to require a little bit of thought as well, because this is one of the harder areas in the game. It's like a second tier area. Also, as you can see, I now have Rue just hanging out with me. Fat grub. Tilling soil has a chance to drop fertilizer on the seed. Neat. Yeah, I've just got Rue hanging out with me. This is a second tier pig. So a first tier pig just expands your tillable soil. The second tier pig fights enemies and also expands your tillable soil. I never go for scarecrows. Is there anyone in chat who's like really familiar with Atomicrops who does use scarecrows? Is there a reason you have a preference for the left first? Yeah, because the right side, the planes, they require, they don't require area of effect fights, but they do have more like swarms than the left-hand side. So when you have your base gun and your base gun only deals damage to a single target at a time, you're better going over to the left at the very start so that you have the ability to clear it and possibly get a gun that's better suited to dealing with group enemies in the second area. Because like, one sec, chicken calicry. Ooh, chicken eggs give seeds. Lovely. Yay! There are the animals we need to liberate here. Beautiful. Ooh, 2 cows, a chicken, and a pig. That's actually not that good for us. I didn't want the cows. But yeah, one of the only like bad weapon hits that you can make if you're about to go to the right-hand side is a sniper rifle, but usually I won't buy a sniper rifle early anyway, unless I'm going for a boss afterwards. Scarecrows are quite handy in quad tree builds. I'll try and keep it in mind. That was a boss. I'm pretty sure there was a boss there a while ago. That's what I was talking about when I was saying this weapon is ridiculous. There we go. Now that's a farm. Hey, Stumped Gamers! Raiding with a party of 90. How's it going? What are you playing, Stumped? Stumped Raid. Welcome, Stumped Raiders. Raiders, sorry. Incidentally, substituted the D for an M there. Risk of Rain 2. Ah, okay. How's it been lately? I checked in on Risk of Rain 2, like, I want to say like a week after release? 2 weeks after release? Hades as well? Okay, cool. Much more familiar with Hades. Is Atomicrops part of the pyramid or just playing for fun? Atomicrops is not part of the pyramid. I would like it to be part of the pyramid, but I don't know if Alex is on board with that. I don't know if Alex has actually even played this. I think he did. But it's not part of the pyramid. It's just this is coming out on May 28th, and I would like to get a little bit more practice in before I start my main series on it. It's been been an update to Risk of Rain 2. What was the most recent one? All right. Anything I need to plant importantly here? A couple of rock at the absolute least. Let's go for grapes too. I miss the races with Rito and Atomicrops. Me too. Me too. You should definitely try it again, and I would definitely enjoy watching you stream yourself unlocking everything. Also, in about a month or two, the full game will be coming out. Well, that's probably about the time that I would end up doing that then, Anixium. Something with artifacts? Oh! Did they finally go for, like, is it the artifact update? Because I played a lot of Risk of Rain 1 back in the day. And I actually, like, I got almost all the way through making a guide for how to unlock all of the artifacts in Risk of Rain 1. But I had so many different runs with control and oh god, am I going to be able to remember the name of the artifacts? It's been a while. Risk of Rain 1 was like one of my first series on the channel. Risk of Rain 2 artifacts are out? Perfect. Actually, Johnny, you would know, like, y'all were looking into modding for Risk of Rain 2. How'd that end up going? Oh. Yes. Horse. Run faster after a short period, run faster after a short period out of combat or farming. There it is. There's the horse. I'll probably end up taking it. Rhapsody plays, how are you today? Doing well, the only tear. Yourself? What's the horse's name? That horse has no name. I will name them after I go through the desert with them. Ooh, scary mask. Scarecrows deal more damage. Neat. Modding Risk of Rain 2 is possible and fairly easy in terms of getting the mods to launch. Unity games in general are easy to mod, but I personally don't know anything about 3D art and I wouldn't come up with anything I'm happy with. Okay, fair enough. That is going to be like a huge obstacle, I have to imagine, like getting people who know and are willing to produce 3D art for mods. Borage is our non-binary bay? Is Borage like canon non-binary? That'd be rad as hell. Hi, VCVC. I mean, that, you know, says something about me, I assumed. I'm gonna go for the chicken and I'm getting the horse as well. I'm pretty good with Blender if you need some 3D art. Hey, there's Zalays in chat there to talk about. To talk with, rather, Johnny Devo. Gender non-conforming for sure. Yeah, definitely not, like, extremely stressing about masculinity, at least. So Tuesday for the horse? I'm gonna name the horse Alan Dracula. I can finally watch a stream. Glad to hear that, VCVC. Welcome. And welcome again to everyone who came over from the raid. Sorry, I was very focused because it's like a time-sensitive kind of thing. But now is usually the kind of like segment part that I can actually interact with chat. So we got all of the stuff that we needed from the mayor, spent all of our roses. It's really unfortunate I couldn't also get this, the Norman Days Last Longer. Don't forget the gun. Yeah, I'll end up getting a gun, right? Yeah, I'll end up getting a gun. Glad I could be here. Glad you are here, do you know? We take all our farm animals to the town. Yeah, they're just gonna run wild. Followed you on YouTube for ages. Never caught a stream until now. Glad to be caught, Lord Balkan. Yeah, they're all just running absolute wild. It does look like I kind of have like one of each. I'm at a half Noah's Ark kind of situation right now. Do they ride in the helicopter? I mean, you'd have to assume so, because we need to get back to the farm in some way, and they're there when I get there. Hey, QW. So I don't really like the blunderbuss. Boom, close range shot, steal 2 times damage. You have to put yourself in, like, the way of damage very often to use this. You can use it very effectively, and it's very good against bosses. I'll agree with both of those. But, like, for clearing out areas, I don't like it that much. Jackrabbit gives you a little bit of distance, so I'll take the Jackrabbit. I'll mega upgrade it, take all upgrades. How many areas do I still have left unlocked? 1 to the north, 3 to the north of that, 3 to the south. So literally 7 is all I need, so I don't need to buy any of these. I'll take 3 pickaxes just for expanding my tillable soil and get back to my farm. What are the upgrades on the Jackrabbit? Oh, God. That's what this is covering right now. Hang on. There, that's gotta be safe, right? There we go, that looks like some safe real estate there. So there are the upgrades on the screen now. Sorry about that. Just gonna try and get as many of these down as possible. Actually, hang on, I have what? I have a fertilizer scroll banked. I'll use that. Fertilize all of them. I'll still go through and do like a final sweep of fertilizing. And then instantly grow them all. That's about as much money as I need to make today. This area is not where I want to be, right? Yeah, I already fully explored that one. Did I fully explore the left-hand side as well? I feel like I did. Okay, let's go north. Excuse me, good lord. Do you plan on doing the Cuphead Delicious Last Course DLC planned for later this year? Maybe. Maybe, actually. That's concerning VCVC says, concerning Risk of Rain 2, there are unlocks that are dumb and tedious and RNG hard to do, but otherwise great game. I'm glad to hear it. Like, I played it for, I think, probably 20 hours at the time that I did, but something about the kind of, like, for me, Risk of Rain 1 was always, like, one of the biggest parts of it was pathing. Right? And the perspective of being kind of, like, relatively small but being 2D gave you the ability to plan out your pathing a lot better than you can necessarily do in a 3D environment. And not having a map, as well as not having, you know, the lay of the land from the 3D environment, from the 2D environment, in fact, left me very disorientated constantly in Risk of Rain 2, and that's honestly the reason that I stopped playing it. for that point in time. Like, obviously, I'm not planning on never playing it again. It's just that's what stopped me continuing at that time. How long do you usually stream for in a day? 3 hours if it's the Reno and Raps, and 4 hours if it's just me. Then after that, go to make YouTube content for the day. If you're not familiar with me on YouTube, it's a exclamation mark YouTube and channel getting the information for that. Okay. I gave that shrine a heart in order to get it to give me extra damage. Also, actually, incredibly rude of me to have only remembered to do this at this point in time, but Advice Colin, could you get a link for a shout out for Stumped Gamers in the chat? I'm gonna open this and open the portal up quickly. Thank you. Sorry about this. I'm kind of new to, like, I'm not like new to streaming, but I'm kind of new to stream culture. I'm trying to find my way in this wild and wacky world of Twitch. Moth nests. Ooh, release explosive moths whenever giant crops form, and we form giant crops constantly. Oh, I love it. Look at all these eggs just giving us extra seeds, extra chickens, and then a bunch of fertilizer as well. This is incredible. Oh god, we're resource rich this run. I'm so resource rich, I'm tempted to eat myself. Thank you, Advice Call. Alright. How long do you have to go before you don't need to plant crops? How long do you have to go until you don't need to plant crops? You need to plant crops the whole time. That is your score metric for this game. Unless you're asking when I'm not going to be playing Atomicrops on stream. I'm playing Atomicrops through the whole 4 hours of today's stream. Looks like you left a pupa to the left. Yeah, no, I've got 2 pupas left on the map at the moment that I still need to explore. I noticed that when I took the second golden pupa and I was pointed in 2 different directions at the same time. I'll try and take care of that today. Oh yeah, Raps, I'm so enjoying your Grifflands vids. I like how your basic strikes and defense can become part of your archetype that you're doing. Yeah, so do I. They, like, you know, give 1 combo and defend for 4, or, you know, wound 1 as well as strike for between 2 and 5 damage. They're nice in that little addition. Someone told me that you can get upgrades to those that purge them from your deck, so that you can just remove them from your deck and then run a different strategy with whatever cards you happen to pick up. That's what I'm interested in trying to get the upgrades for as well. YouTube is the best place to get answers for who are you and what you do. Yeah. It's the best place to get snarky answers for those. Alright. So we've already married you. Yeah, I'll get move speed increase. That's really good. My gun's already really good. I'll take an earthquake for 300 though, happily. Yeah, it's just 3 to the south that I need these for at the moment. Yeah, I met with the chicken making more chickens. Oh, right. Yeah, no, because this is one interesting thing, right? So the fertile eggs have a 10% chance of dropping a chicken. And then I also have eggs give seeds, and I also have eggs give fertilizer, and I also have farm animals produce fertilizer. So I end up with a ridiculous amount of fertilizer. I just need seeds to push into it. And then I get seeds from the Calicry as well. But each of the eggs does give you 10. I love the idea of ending up with a run that you just have chickens and you just get eggs. At the end of this run, I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and kill the final boss by only collecting eggs. I've always wanted to do that. I think I'll do that at the end of this run. This is actually throwing off my STS runs. I have to shut off the party of my brain. Sorry, part of my brain. That wants to play all the cards and sesh out fights from Grifflands. I have to shut off the part of my brain that wants to play all the cards and sesh out fights from gremlins. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sesh out fights. You mean stretch out fights? Because like the thing that I found very useful in Grifflin so far is like trying to provoke as many fights as I possibly can get in, because then I upgrade all of my cards. And doing that really, really early gets me like very high on the power curve, so I can start taking like some rougher missions. I don't know if that'll work for me constantly, but it's working at the moment. Okay, this is good enough. Yeah, I need more seeds. Okay, this is a date. So this can go there. I think this is an apple tree, but it might be a peach tree. I kind of want it to grow something so I can tell. Is that an apple or a peach? That's an apple tree. It's fine. I'll put this here. No! It was a peach tree! Dang it! Okay, this area was fully explored, right? No, it wasn't. And now it's fully explored, so I can go to the north. Beautiful. It's a peach. Yeah. Life's a peach and then you die. That's what I heard. Bubble shield, watering crops creates a bubble shield that blocks projectiles. I mean, this weapon is so good. We're just clearing out camps near instantaneously. I need to pick up as many copies of Anemocry as I possibly can right now, though. I need something to grow. Take the farm stat up. Take another turret. I really hate choices that give me turret or scarecrow because I don't want either of those. Turkey there. I mean, honestly, turkey made no difference there. I should have taken something else. Ah, I should have saved all of my garbage seeds. I keep forgetting about this. So there's this guy who will translate your garbage seeds into good seeds. And I always forget to save my garbage seeds for him. So I have nothing really growing back at base at the moment that I care about. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to explore through tonight. Hey, there's a golden pupa. This will give me the ability not only to get this golden pupa, but the golden pupa that I missed in the other area as well. Just in case anyone's wondering about whether or not I'm going back for that, I am still. One at a time. That was a gourd save right there. Even I caught that one. Ooh, coffee cup. Become energized by killing enemies. Great. Extra tractor slot. I don't know what extra tractor I would even take at this point. Maybe a weed whacker, honestly. Seems the most likely to provide a benefit to me. I do have to quickly get all the eggs while I'm here. Good thing I have the rake, otherwise this would take ages. There we are. So how much of this map have I cleared? Most of it, it looks like? Yeah, most of it. Rose bouquet, a beautiful bundle of roses. You just get roses when you pick that up. Honestly, I don't like it. I think it kind of pads out the good results in the pupa, in the golden pupas there. I think it's a bad addition. Sprinkler for tree seeds, maybe? Yeah. I mean, there is a sprinkler actually sitting to the south, right? I think, because I picked up my first sprinkler. Yeah, I think there's a sprinkler sitting to the south that I could pick up. Second Megaton tractor. I don't think you have the ability to get a second one of those, though. Okay. Water faster, sure. Stats up, sure. Watering crops zaps enemies for 50% of their current health. Sure. Just friends with these two. I wish I had the polygamy upgrade. I could marry both of them. Do they despawn? They only despawn if you interact with them. So if you pick them up and drop them down, they'll despawn. If you don't do either of those, they won't. How did I get the camera so far up where I am? Can't wait for what mushrooms will do. I haven't even seen anything about that yet. Alright. I actually prefer the shotgun high leveled over the jackrabbit. Like, significantly prefer it because of Toxic Cloud. Definitely take a rain cloud, definitely take the pickaxe. They teased it on Twitter. Okay, cool. Look at that. So good. I mean, there's nothing else really for me to do at this point. I'll then go back in. So let's plan out the day first. Finish clearing the left-hand side. And then I guess south is all I have to clear left, right? Yeah, it's south after that. So I should be able to teleport back to the left-hand side here as well. Did I lose a tree? Wow, I didn't even lose a tree doing all that? How? I guess I do have, like... I've got hogs defending here. That'll help, I guess. Okay. Just take all those. These as well, thank you. Rough stuff, game. Real rough. Oh my god, am I gonna... No, I'll have this for Old McDonald. That's unfortunate. Having this weapon specifically for the... Oh god, what's it called? The bunny? The bunny that makes everyone mad. South of tractor? Yeah, that's... I just wanted to finish off the left-hand side first. I'm gonna manually walk through here. Yeah, there it is. Told ya. Hey, Rito, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. It's Atomicrops. We're doing some Atomicrops. How's your stream, Rito? This run is going very well so far. We have fertile eggs as well as a bunch of different buffs from having chickens. So our fertilizer is, it's a lot. That's a lot of fertilizer. I don't know how to use all of this fertilizer at this point. I don't have enough sunflowers and I don't have the ability to generate sunflowers anymore, at least. God, those runs were so broken, just generating sunflowers constantly. Hummingbird. Thank you. Water more crops when energized? I don't need it. I'll take it. Guess I'll take the earthquake there because blood rain does nothing for me, or rather it doesn't. Hey, did I take damage while I was teleporting back there? Yep. when I say that Toxic Spores literally might need a nerf, I'm being as serious I possibly can. That was just Toxic Spores killing the boss. That said, I haven't played in year 4 yet, so maybe it's necessary that you have something that's like a little bit broken for taking out year 4. What are your golden Cooper items again? Oof, that's a good question, isn't it? Megaton Tractor, a beautiful bundle of roses. I didn't get the stat up. Oh, that's a difficult question to answer. What else? Oh, participation trophy. Crops become giant crops. I don't recognize which other one it was. I'm gonna just walk around and try and fertilize all of these manually. And even while I'm doing that, I'm gonna end up gaining a bunch of fertilizer because the chickens are out there laying eggs, and also these are giving me fertilizer back from the thankful crops. Is the official release date late next month? Yeah, 28th of May. Assuming that's next month. I don't really keep track of time. So many chickens and turkeys. You feeling better? Yeah. It was like a physical not feeling well yesterday. I woke up in the morning and I was just feeling like really, really queasy, and I was like, yeah, that's not great. This game looks fun. Would you recommend? Highly. Rhyme Time is Sublime. Highly recommend this game. So it's effectively what's I call it? I called it like the love child, the logical love child of Enter the Gungeon and Stardew Valley. It's like the with just like the intensity turned up a little better. A little. Sorry, I said the word better because I was reading chat at that point. With the intensity turned up a little, I mean. This gun's good enough. It's 7:12 a.m. and I'm still sleeping. Solid sleep texting skills right there, Sishin. Almost full the screen. We got a helpful worm there as well. Tilling uncovers helpful worms. Pick them up for protection. And then, I mean, yeah, give me another gourd. Give me those gourds, baby. This is working pretty well. All right, assault rifle. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, is there anything else I need to do at the moment? How's playing this while streaming going attention-wise? I'm trying to effectively, like, go... In the days, I'll focus mainly on the game and then, like, occasionally read chat and then see if I can answer any of those while I'm doing it. But then I'm using these parts between days to actually interact with chat and, like, catch up on things that I've been asked that I didn't necessarily have the ability to answer at the time. So, like, I think having that split makes it a lot better, Rita. It gives me, like, it makes me not feel so guilty when I can't entirely focus on chat when I'm playing the game itself, because then I can catch up on it afterwards. And then effectively, when everything's all savvy, I go back to it. Nice Guan stones, exactly. They're my fly familiars, actually. I have so many seeds right now. Okay, what? Do I need to actually... I need to finish this side, right? As soon as I finish this side, I'm just going to be farming for the rest of the run, so... I used to think that you couldn't actually finish all of the locations. There was no way you'd have the ability to do that. How wrong I was. You can finish like 4 locations on the first season if you're real hot on it. And also, you know, don't mind failing some of the stuff in the first season for the mare. I'm gonna take the earthquake just because I have to invest way too much energy in tilling my soil right now. Like, it takes ages. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm fine now. Yeah, let's peace out. Oh, where's my way back to camp? Rap, do you know if there are more chapters in Sal and Rook campaign? I do not. I know everything that's on the screen so far for the Grifflin series. I played like a little bit of Sal's campaign before I started the series myself, so that I would be like familiar with the mechanics and not really like making giant mistakes on screen. It was also part of my contract that I should actually do that as well. But I always tried to go into series like initially quite prepared. So I was completely fine with that. But yeah, other than that, everything's been like blind encountered on that series. Even to the point that like I haven't recorded tomorrow's episode yet. Or tonight's episode, as the case may be. I'm liking Rook so far. And I gotta say, part of why I like Rook so far is because there's like some real grist in the story that I can dig my teeth into. Like the previous one, obviously like there are philosophical issues involved in it, and you know, there's political issues involved in it. There's interesting stuff to dig your teeth into there as well. But this one maps more readily onto like our current world. And that dials up the increase. It increases the interest for me. You can see, like, in that, as soon as I realized, like, what the core story arc was going to be about for Sal's campaign, for Rook's campaign, you can hear in the recording, like, I'm a little giddy about it. That doesn't mean that I'm going to turn it into, like, another Disco Elysium series where, like, I spend a lot of the time... you know, politely, you could say, you know, discussing certain important topics, and impolitely, you could say browbeating my audience. It's more just that, like, it's something that I find, like, a little more, interesting to dig into. It's closer to home, you know? I mean, I have shields on at the moment from planting all these seeds, so I don't really need to dodge it all. It's kind of adorable listening to you try and find an Aussie accent. It is. It's a problem. I accidentally unlearned my accent so hard, I can't do it. It was hard. I hope I eventually got kind of close, but like I know that it cocked out to like really like bad impression of Australian a few times there. Have you liked it more as you played it more? Yes, definitely. My initial concern with Grifflins was that the combats seemed like they would all be very slow. It seemed like that because the numbers on all the cards were pretty low and I couldn't see any combos or strategies to use those cards to a much better effect. And then as the run went on, I learned, and I did, and used them to a much better effect. Do you have any vids of you with the Aussie accent? Like when I was 12. I don't think I have any videos of me when I was like much younger. When I was 16, I think I made private the Nightmare House 2 Let's Play that I tried to do when I was 16 because someone in my clan at the time, this was a TF2 clan called the Muppets, asked me to make a Let's Play of Nightmare House 2, so I did it. I should have just kept making Let's Plays at that point, but that was also, like, not a version of Rhapsody that I wanted to show off to the world. Rhapsody, the Golden Pupa is still in the far south. Really? Are you sure? I'm almost certain I picked that up. Do you play Hades? Yeah. I play Hades off camera. I'll probably end up starting a series on Hades when Hades is Hades. A different Raps, huh? Seems mighty suspicious to me. Like, think of that as like, that would be Raps 0.00002. Like, very much not ready for release. I still feel like I'm Raps 0 point something, not ready for release, but like I'm more comfortable with myself now than then. But yeah, no, that had the Nightmare House 2 Let's Play had a more harsh Australian accent in it. Actually, to the point that I showed it to Peak, my partner, if anyone's unfamiliar. I showed it to Peak, and Peak listened to it and was like, "This sounds nothing like you," and also started making fun of my accent in it. Which was entirely fair. Please, you're at least version 0.1.0. Yeah, no, I feel like I'm probably like at least 0.1.0 then. Now, rather. Yeah, it was hidden under your shotgun spores. The boss scooped you up. Oh, the boss did scoop me up. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, cool. I'll check it again. I got a lot of money right now. A lot of money and nothing to do with it. Ugh. I don't want the blunder. Wait, hang on. The blunderbuss is going to go up against the boss, right? Yeah, blunderbuss goes up against the boss. That's fine. But yeah, that was... I didn't have like an Ocker accent, but I definitely had like a much more pronounced Australian accent. If you're not familiar with Ocker, you can also call it like Strine. It's like the very rural Australian accent. The kind of like, yeah, yeah, mate. Like you're very high pitched, kind of like. Hang on. Sure as hell isn't plaster. Chain shoed lock across the passage to the temple where it turned into a corner. The whole temple's surrounded by itself and that stuff sealed in it, eh? That kind of thing. That's actually more city than Ocker. I still can't do it! Damn it! It's my own accent! Or it should be. Yeah, I saw a video of you in Hearthstone where you had bleach hair and you were swearing. Yeah, that's probably, what, that would have been 20, maybe at that time. Where? BMD King, where? It was along the bottom of the far south to point you in the wrong direction, the right direction, sorry. I just went across the whole bottom. I'm pretty sure I went back for it. Yeah, right now I'm just wasting time that I could be used farming. This is where you got the roses, right? Possibly. I don't remember. Very different rap. I was taken aback like someone else completely. Yep. There are many different versions of me over different periods of time in the world. I find it very important to be critical of who I once was in order to kind of like to mark progress in a way. Did he kill the one in the North Zone? Like I like actually just had to start planning now. I don't really have time. I guess it was there they despawned. No, I think I ended up going back for it because they don't just despawn. Like, I collected the golden bulb when I got scooped up. I'm pretty sure I went back and fought it as well. What is with the tail? Those are helpful worms. As I till soil, the helpful worms turn up to be helpful. They also turn up to be worms, funnily enough. I mean, I should just be fertilizing the whole time while I'm doing this. Yeah, rather than having to come back and fertilize later. That'll do. How do you decide different pieces of content get facecam and which didn't? Like, Hearthstone does, this does, and SCS and Monster Train don't? That's a great question. So I've mentioned before the aesthetic that facecam has on YouTube. The reason that Hearthstone was immune to that is because Hearthstone itself, like Hearthstone YouTube content, had an aesthetic, like a specific accepted format, and that did include facecams because most of the time it was from big streamers who were then taking their content from Twitch and putting it on YouTube. So the format was like was more accepted for that. It didn't hold the same stigma specifically in the Hearthstone community, and also Hearthstone and Arena, which I was playing mostly at the time, is very slow paced, especially because obviously you've got like enemy turns that you just have to wait through. So having like a direct conduit, like a visual conduit to the audience allowed me to deliver like monologues, jokes, commentary directly to the camera and kind of like maintain interest in the slower periods of the game. How long is the average run for this? About an hour. And time for Megaton? I mean, they were all harvestable already. Cool. Really wish I had Polygamy. I'd love to marry another one of you. Another two, even. When he streams, we do see his face. Yeah, it's more like stream content and YouTube content, and then Hearthstone was an exemption in YouTube content. Love that crunchy bitrate when the crops harvest. Yeah, that's going to get really nutty in the final fight as well. I do apologize in advance for that. All right. Check inventory. Sure. Participation trophy. That's 1. Fertile eggs. That's 2. Is it extra tractor slot and backup generator? That's 3 and 4. Roses is 5. Did I get a gourd or a stats up from any of them? I don't think I got a stats up. Am I missing any of these being golden pupa upgrades? Do you prefer to show your face or not? I'm impartial. Megaton Tractor is 1 as well. Okay, so we have 6. So the 7th. Are any of these the 7th? No, maybe we are missing one. It's not the one on the south, though. And they don't despawn. Stats up on the bottom line left half. I got that from Borage. Or Norman. I think I got it from Norman. So we need 6 total, plus 2 from Roses and Megaton. I'm just counting Roses and Megaton, and that's part of the 6 that we already have. I think you got it. Okay, I clicked it. Let's have a look at this clip. It's third from the right. What? Oh, right, links aren't allowed in my chat. No, you can't link to even clips? You'd think that they would have an exception for linking to clips. Also, hey, Ryan, nice to see you. Nice to see you too, Kusaragi. Very similar kind of name to my favorite character. Time to let BMD link. Can I do that? It's a setting once partnered. Hang on. I can time out you, I can ban you, and I can purge you. Those are the only things I can do. Third camp from the right. In the bottom. I posted in Discord. I'm gonna check it. I'm curious. I wanna see if I've missed this here, because I could swear that I ended up with it. Just immediately give you the verified bona fide human being role. Right. Let's pull this up. Those roles were so broken to generate these flowers constantly. Okay, hang on. Let's go for display capture. So yeah, this is south of the south. Just gonna turn your volume down in game there, Rhapsody. This is pre-recorded. What are you talking about? There's no golden pupa here. Am I just constantly missing it? What does purging someone do? It removes all their messages from chat. Do you play Guild of Engineering? I have played through the campaign in my own time. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I walked past it. Okay. Yeah. I see it. It was earlier than that. Got it. Okay, turn the game cap back on. You never grabbed it? Right. Sorry, I thought I had the bulb that I was trying to get to rather than the pupa. Interesting. All right, I'll check, but I do think those actually despawn. The things I'm talking about not despawning are the bulbs themselves. All right. Let's go down. It would have been right here. It's not. Right? Wait, no, third from the right. Bad time not to know left from right. It'd be right here, but it's not. Okay, fine. We need to leave. I can't just waste time here. It's not there. It's fine. That happens. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to till all this soil. I should really have like a constant white outline that goes over the top of everything. I agree, like visibility would be nice, but I don't think like it's like a huge concern. It just happened to be a problem for me right now. I don't typically have that as a problem in this game. Make sure to pick up the pupa before the day's end. Will do. Alright. Got a full set there as well. Beautiful. So I'm going for all eggs against the final boss here. So I just need to get rid of all of my seeds, like, today. Ideally. This is why Toxic Small is the worst upgrade, Kappa. Someone ban that name. That person, sorry. I'm still trying to disabuse myself of certain linguistic habits I picked up over the course of life. Me too. Yep. I think it's... one sec. Sorry about the not mute there. I think it's important to never think of yourself as like, I now know everything that I'm going to need to know, and I'm never going to need to be corrected, and never going to need to reassess my opinions, never going to need to reassess how I act. From now on, like, I got it. I got it down. The second you think that, is the same second that you start making big mistakes. Hi for this Atomicrops stream? Hell yeah! Second run will start in not that long afterwards, because, like, there's just this boss. Oh my god. I need to get the rest of these seeds down as well. Yeah, there's just this boss, and then there's the final level afterwards, and then we'll be starting a new run. I wish I had some more scrolls at this point, though. Let's clear out this area a little bit, because I have a bunch of roses I need to put down as well. Beauty. Actually, I can even make some pumpkins. Let's do that too. I mean, eventually I am gonna have to kill the Undertaker here, so let's focus on that for a little bit, because there's way too many rabbits spawning. Undertaker's HP pool is just way too big. This gun should have destroyed them. Start harvesting a decent amount of those. I also need to get the sunflowers down. This is a huge amount of money we're picking up right now. Actually, I should probably have tried to fertilize each of them individually and then put the fourth down, make a Megacrop, and then fertilize that as well. That looks like that actually might have been a better decision for us right there. That was my instant harvest happening there. Alright, that's all I can harvest now. Now it's just eggs. Weren't you killing the boss with only eggs? Yeah. The next boss is the boss that you kill with harvesting stuff. That boss you kill with gun. With gun to egg. Not egg, sorry, gun to bunny. Never really watched or played this game, but I didn't really like the art. Really? I like it a lot. There's something about it's kind of like it reminds me of animation that's like a little whimsical in its movement, but manufacturing that in pixel art. It's the same artist that did Nidhogg? Yep. Is that Dixon? I follow them on Twitter. I can't remember. Is it Dixon or... Oh, who's the other one? I'm blanking on the name of the other developer. The horse has already a name? No, I still haven't gone through the desert. Harvest shield. Whenever I harvest things, I have a shield. Fights that up. Mate. Just take all of those. The double cream is foraging berries, reduces tractor cooldown. That actually counts eggs as well. So with that and the Megaton tractor, we could just nuke with the Megaton tractor constantly. And in fact, I'll probably end up doing that here. Wadu, wadu, wadu. Didn't you name it Alan Dracula or something? Right, yeah, sorry, I forgot I did that. Yeah, it's Alan Dracula. This reminds me of Boobalee from from Planet Coaster so much. Bubble, bubble, bubble. I'm not even gonna give myself a good gun for this. I don't need it. All right, start laying eggs. Are they not gonna lay eggs? That would be the cruelest. Never mind, they are laying eggs. It's fine. So you can see collecting each of these is dealing a very small amount of damage to the cornucopia here. I think my plan should just be like, get the hell away for a while, let all the eggs spawn, and then come back when I want to. I like that the cornucopia doesn't lock you in. I thought it did. I'm just gonna stay out here. Whoa, is that, what's happening there? I'm gonna go back to base, just in case that's like a warning sign for you've got to go back to the base or something like that. All eggs. Get them, eggs. This is working. This is doing totally fine. There's no problem here. Is collecting fertilizer damaging him? No, it does look like it's just the eggs. I have to habitually try and like keep my my thumb off of the alt button right now. Or rather, I have to try because I would habitually just do it. Give me more eggs, chickens. I could have sworn I had like so many eggs at other times, and now when I want eggs, no eggs. I guess because at those times I'm collecting all of them at the same time, so it's like a more impressive total. Whereas right now I'm trying to just get them as they come up. Ah. That's what I get for reading chat. One egg. We probably only need like 4 more eggs. 2 eggs. 3 eggs. On, egg me. Egg me. That's an egg. 3 eggs. Or rather, that's 4 eggs, but it's 3 eggs since I started counting for the 4 eggs that I wanted. And come on. Any of you can kill this boss. Just plant an egg. There we go. Maybe they're scared of the boss, performance anxiety and all of that. What is... The world's only gonna end if they don't. I can't imagine how that gives them any anxiety. Alright, Rhapsody. Got him! Gave him the eggs.